will not replace us! Jews will not replace us!
When neo-Nazis marched openly in Charlottesville, as shown here in the HBO show Vice, many Americans were stunned. Karen Aroesty was not. As regional director of the Anti-Defamation League and a member of the Federal Task Force on Hate Crimes, she's well aware of such threats.
Security in the Jewish community is something we take on. That's a formal agenda item in our daily work. And so that's uppermost in mind all the time, particularly working with law enforcement and trying to determine if there are people in the region who will do harm to the community and stopping them from doing it before they do it. That's a given. The job comes with the risk that there are people out there that don't like you, and that's okay. I didn't necessarily get into this work to be liked, although the greatest success about doing the work is doing it in coalition.
Karen's formed many coalitions over the years. She recently served on the Ferguson Commission, the Hispanic Leaders Group, and conducted anti-bias training for police.
The mission of anti-Semitism and challenging anti-Semitism, that will always come first. That will always be the priority. But situationally, when it needs to be, everybody else is going to be the priority. The theory of if one of us is a target, then we are all, is usually in my mind on a daily basis.
She's passionate. She cares about these issues. You know, this isn't just a job for her. It's definitely not a 9-to-5. It's something that she pours her heart and soul into.
Karen grew up in suburban Washington, D.C., but her parents embraced diversity and sent Karen to a progressive school in the inner city, followed by college in very diverse Manhattan. So all that made what happened when she moved to St. Louis for law school even more shocking, when her hairstylist complained about the salon's non-compete clause.
And she said, it's all the fault of the Jew that owns this place. I think that was the first time I ever really experienced that kind of in your face. I never asked her. What did she intend? What did she mean? Was it off the cuff? Was it? And I left. I never said anything. And I think that's why I do what I do now, because somewhere deep down I was so lousy at being an ally for myself.
That soon changed. A young mother, she first practiced civil rights law from a basement office in her home. As her children grew, so did her work. And in 2000, she joined the ADL. Her office walls bear evidence of legislation she helped pass, just one aspect of her lifelong passion for justice for all.
Things like that legislatively that have long-term impact, I value that very highly. But if somebody comes up to me and says, you know, we're just happy to have you in the community because we feel a bit safer, that's a really big deal.